In this video, I'm getting naughty with smoked medallions of elk. For the elk today, I'm doing a real simple marinade, but one that I really love. We're doing some fresh blueberries, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, about 2 tablespoons of Anjou pear vinegar, and we're gonna seal this with my sous vide machine and go in the refrigerator for 2 hours. If you don't have a sous vide and you're not gonna vacuum seal, you can still go in a Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator for 4 hours. It's time for our marinade. So we're gonna take these beautiful medallions, we're gonna put them in our bag, and we're gonna put our marinade in and let them sit for 2 hours. Add our blueberries, our lemon juice, our Anjou pear vinegar. Now we're gonna seal it up in the sous vide. Now that our medallions are sealed, we're going in the refrigerator for 2 hours. So we've marinated these for 2 hours in the refrigerator, took them out, dried them off. Now we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil and some of our Naughty with Barbecue rub that we added a little bit of salt to. And then we're gonna go ahead and put it in the smoker and get this to absolute perfection. Just need a little bit. Just gonna coat the whole medallion. And just flip them over like this. Get the oil on that side and flip it back. There's no need to put that much on it. This will actually coat everything just what you need. And this is gonna help us during the smoking process. We wanna keep these medallions nice and moist. Now we're gonna take some of our rub. I'm gonna start seasoning this up. Not gonna go too heavy on this. Just wanna get a nice light coating on all the sides. And that's gonna make an absolutely incredible flavor for our medallions. Make sure you get both sides really good. And we're gonna go ahead and do the sides as well. The thing I love about elk is you're gonna cook this rare. So for those of you that don't like your meat rare, you can go to medium rare at the most, but if you do that, you better not go over because elk will toughen up like shoe leather. If you go beyond medium rare and go to medium, be prepared. And let me tell you something. Don't let the color dissuade you when you cut open a piece of meat and you say, oh, it looks really red inside. The color is not as critical as the temperature. You cook it at the right temperature, you're gonna get the maximum flavor and tenderness for any piece of protein. Now we have our smoker preset 220 degrees on the upper rack in the center of my smoker. You should know your smoker, know your temperatures throughout the smoker so you know exactly where to nail them. We're also gonna be using the Thermoworks needle probes and my signals to make sure we monitor our temps and don't blow that 130 degree final temp we're looking for. This is my favorite thermometer of all my thermometers. It's the Thermoworks signals. It allows up to 4 probes. It also remotely controls my billows for activation remotely on my drum and my big green egg to keep perfect temperatures. But today I don't need to do that. I just want to monitor my temperature with precision, and I want to use my very thin needle probes so that when I remove it from the meat, I don't have the juice extruding out all over, which dries out the meat. Now when you smoke your food, you want to make sure that you're within smoking temperature. Especially with a pellet smoker, you want to be low. Most people will say 225 is where to smoke. It's actually too high. You want to smoke between 210 and 220 degrees to keep those pellets smoking. When you go into full combustion mode and you're raising that temperature over 225 degrees, even at 225, which is the border, you're gonna get much less smoke. So bring it down and smoke your food. Go ahead and smoke it for a couple hours, then raise the temperature so you at least get that smoke to penetrate the meat. The other thing to remember is that your smoker has a cycle. It's gonna start and go up high and bring it down. Some smokers, you gotta make sure you follow the instructions. You're required to let it go through the cycle all the way up and then bring it down to set your temperature. On the Yoder YS640, I do not have to do that. Although some people will say you have to, I found on mine you don't. I set it at 220 degrees, it will exceed up into the 250 range and will come down and settle at 220. Now we have a breeze going, but as you can see, we have some really nice blue smoke going. At 250 degrees, when it was at its peak, you really didn't see any smoke. Now that we're lowering down, getting towards the 230 range, 220 range, you're gonna see more pronounced smoke, and that's what we want. You don't want to see white smoke, but nice blue smoke. We're at 230 degrees, dropping down to 220. Temperature's perfect. We're gonna put these on, put in our probes, and we're gonna wait till we get to 130 degrees. Nice smoke. Medallions are going on. Some nice even heat on there. For our probe in. For our smoked elk, we're gonna go ahead and pair this up with some pan-fried Brussels sprouts and some garlic air-fried potatoes. First, we're just gonna cut our potatoes in half, just like so. I'm gonna do that with all these potatoes, but I'll save you the pain and won't do them all. Same with our Brussels sprouts. We're gonna go right down the center, cut those in half, and then we're gonna soak our Brussels sprouts for 10 minutes in a bowl of water. That allows maximum moisture before we go and dry them off and put them in the pan to fry them up. For the garlic air fried potatoes, we've got our potatoes all cut up. We're gonna go and add some extra virgin olive oil. And you can be kind of generous with that because we're gonna go in the air fryer. Wanna make sure we keep those moist. And then we're gonna take a nice big dollop of our garlic whip. And we're gonna go ahead and mix that up so that our garlic whip is all over our potatoes and our olive oil. This is gonna make an incredible dish. I'm gonna get some panko breadcrumbs and throw those in. And we'll let these sit for a little bit. And this will be all ready to go in the air fryer. Absolutely delicious. Now we're gonna get a little naughty with our potatoes. Brussels sprouts are going in with a little bacon juice. So our air fryer is preheated. We're gonna go 400 degrees for 15 minutes. Okay, we took our medallions of elk off the smoker. Man, I can smell the smoke. Absolutely incredible. We're gonna hit it real fast in the cast iron for about 15-20 seconds on each side. Then we're gonna plate it up with our Brussels sprouts and our air fried potatoes that are almost finished. And we're all done. Now plate it up. Let's take a look and see how these medallions look. They've been resting. We stirred them real quick for about 30 seconds per side. And now we're gonna check it out. Oh, that is absolutely perfect. Plate it up. We're gonna have an incredible meal fit for a king. I got naughty and smoked some elk. Check out the recipe below and smoke on, baby!